Welcome back to our SketchUp for Schools tutorial series. In this episode, we're going to kind of look at finishing up our project. I've already kind of pre-done some things that we're going to look at, and we're going to complete those on the opposite side so that you can actually see kind of what we're actually going to do before we kind of finish everything up on the other side. We're also going to complete the closet door. We will make some modifications to the door itself in order to be able to fit an actual door. So I went to kind of Home Depot, looked to see what kind of door sizes we could actually fit here, because for the plans created such a small width of a wall, we can't do any kind of sliding door because there's no room for it. So we're going to actually thicken up the actual thickness of the wall there in order to put in a very thin hollow core door. We're also going to work on putting in some textures both on the inside and the outside. I've also finished up most of the shaker style cabinet doors, so that's something that we will finish up. I will do our last one right here, and between that and the last one we did in the previous episode, go in and work on finishing up the rest of them on your own. So let's go ahead and get started. And for the shaker style cabinets, we're going to take our tape measure. All of these are 3.5 inches, so I'm going to go through and create a guide that is 3.5 inches. With that, take our rectangle tool. We go the full length on the top and bottom. We then go in and fill in the middle areas on both the left and the right sides. Eraser tool, we can't erase our guides. You can leave them up if you're doing the rest of them. I completed mine a little bit ago, so I'm going to go ahead and erase mine. Next, click on the push-pull tool. On the center part, push it back a little bit. Type in 0.25, hit enter, and that pushes it back just 1/4 inch. Right-click, close component, and that's all there is to it. The rest of these, again, some of these, once you do one, it's going to do for others, like this right here. These two right here are copies of this right side. So once you kind of do both of these two, those two will be done as well. And then you'll have those two. I didn't really touch these as I'm kind of mirroring those off of those. So you don't have to do any of that, just the large doors. Over here, we started putting in textures as well, so we're going to do that here in a second. I'm going to finish up the closet door first, but that's what we're going to go and work on and try to mirror on the other side. For the door, there's, at least on my understanding, there's not really a way to put a door here. Plus, we have the overhang of 1 inch here. So what we're going to do is we're going to right click, edit the wall here, use the push pull tool, and we're going to pull this wall out 1 inch. We're going to close the group. Down here, we're going to create our trim for the actual door. So take our tape measure. We're going to go from the wall outwards 0.5 inches. I want to click once, drag it back to where it's actually set at 0 inches. Go ahead and click there. We're then going to pull out from that point 0.5. I want to create a guide right there, so I'm just going to double click along the wall. I'm going to go to the opposite side, go from this guide, I'm going to go back 2.5. going to double click right there and 0.5 right there. Now let's go ahead and select the R key for the rectangle tool. Draw in our rectangles. I do need these to be connected, so I'm going to draw a little sliver of a rectangle on each side, sort of mimicking like paint and caulk and everything like that. That would kind of be there, just to kind of give us where it's connected. We will be using the Follow Me tool, so we need all this to be connected, so that way it makes this everything easier. From this point, our thickness of the door is 1.38 inches. So we're going to type in 1.38. So that is the thickness of the door. From this point, we're going to go 1 inch in order for the door jamb. Click the rectangle tool. Well, first draw in 0.5. Now take the rectangle tool and draw in our rectangle. Now we can clean up all of our lines and we have our trim. Take our line tool, go in, and I'm going to draw a line around our door. Hit escape. Hit the space bar on your keyboard. Hold down shift, click on all three of those lines. If you can't tell that you clicked on it, you can move a little bit and you'll see kind of where it tints blue. Now that all three are selected, click on the Follow Me tool and then click on your the piece. For some reason, it really does not like you to change up, have to change and select another tool. So we're going to try to redo this again. Follow Me tool, click on our face, and there we have our shape. Let's go ahead and I'm going to triple click on that, right click, we'll make that a component. Closet door trim, click OK. Now we're going to select the rectangle tool. I'm going to go underneath, select that corner. Try to get my way around and go to that bottom corner. Select the push pull tool. We're going to pull this out 1.38. Triple click on it, right click, make that a component. Closet door. Now hold down shift, select both of those, right click, and make that a group. There we go. All right. Next, we're going to open it just like what we did with the front door. So I'm going to edit the group. We're going to select the rotate, which is behind the move. We're going to select that corner, click on the corner, drag out, set the 0 mark, and then we will open it up to some sort of mount. It doesn't really matter which. Now we can go ahead and close our group. Texture-wise, we can start with the outside. So we want to right-click, edit group, so that way we're editing the wall itself. We want to always put the materials inside the group or inside the component, so that way we can edit the texture. So if we go over here to our materials, we can click on this icon right here in order to browse all the different textures and materials we have available to us. They're all set in different categories. We want to do a brick cladding and siding, and I want to just do this cladding siding white. Go ahead and click. If we need to adjust this, we could. So right click, go to texture and select position. If you do not see this texture icon whenever you right click on the texture, that means that you did not put the texture inside the group. This will not show up if you put it on the outside group. So go ahead and undo it, go inside the group or component and try it again. But we can click position. This brings up our 4 little icons. The ones that you'll use most often is the move, where you can move the texture, or this right here, which rotates it, so we can rotate it around. We can also scale it up and down. So I'm going to set it right here, make sure that my very bottom one is down towards the very bottom. Once it's looking the way I want to, click enter. I want to copy this one going all the way around. I don't want the siding on here to be a different position than on the right or left side. So I'm going to hold down Alt. I'm going to hold down Alt. It comes up with the little eyedropper tool. I'm going to select that front wall. Then I'm coming around and paint the other walls. And you'll see that they all line up with that new change that I did with the front. Go ahead and close group. Let's really quickly go over to our tags panel, and I want to turn on the roof. I'm going to edit the group. I need to edit that group as well, just to make sure that I'm all the way down. And if I right click again, you'll see how it turns into the speckled. I want to select our roofing, and I'm just going to do basic shingles. I'm going to right click, texture, position, and I'm going to just move these down to the bottom. Close group, go over to the other side, and I will paint those as well. Right click, close group, and we have that right there. I'm going to go ahead and hide my roof again. So we're going to paint the countertop, and we're going to create a little backsplash. So over here, I want to create a rectangle going from one side all the way to the other. I'm going to take my push-pull tool, and I'm going to pull that little rectangle out 0.25. For this right here, we're going to go to tiles, and I'm going to use this small little square tiles. I'm going to place those there. I don't want that blue color, so what we're going to do in order to change the color of it, select the home icon, scroll down until you find all the texture, the materials that you're wanting to change, which is the blue squares. These are all the different textures that is in your model, whether it is in your model now or it used to be. So you see these right here, those were in this at one point. They're no longer there now, but they're still showing up. So select our icon, go up here at the very top where it says Edit Materials, go ahead and click on it. Now you'll see where we can change the width and the height. We can change the opacity, and we also can colorize it. So we can click on the little square of the color, and I'm going to just click to the left of that blue in order to create a kind of a grayscale color. Then go ahead and click done, and now we've changed the color of that texture. I'm gonna go back to the different categories. I'm going to right click and edit the group of the countertop. I'm going to go down to synthetic surfaces and click on that kind of grayish black. It's a Formica speckled gray. I'm going to color the countertop. Then, just like what we did before, go ahead and click on that color. It should be the kind of very last one. Go up here to the edit materials, click on the square, and I just want to lighten it up to where it kind of matches our little backsplash a little better. So I'm just going to go to the right or to the left a little bit and up a little bit. One last thing that I want to do is I want to go in here and I want to turn on the roof, and I'm going to turn off the foundation and the plot. So this is our ceiling, and so I want to put in 2 recessed lights here in the very top. I'm going to turn off my cabinets so I can see them a little bit easier, and I'm going to find the center point of my ceiling. I'm going to go 2 feet. So I'm going to go 3 foot from there, and we'll go 3 foot from there. Actually, let's go another 6 inches. And we'll go another 6 inches on the other side. So this is where we're going to put our 2 pocket lights. If we go down here to our components, where it says Search 3D Warehouse, we're going to do recessed lights. Scroll down until you see, I'm going to do this Recessed Lights by Daniel M. Go ahead and click on it. It will load up on your screen. I'm going to just go in here and click on that center point. Hit Control. We're going to move it straight up and place it there as well. Next, I'm going to right-click, edit the ceiling group. Go in here to your rectangle, select the circle. Find roughly where the center of the circle is, and we're going to draw out a circle. Take your push-pull tool and simply just pull that up and out of the way. Go down to the other, do the same thing. So find where kind of where the center is, set that push-pull tool, and push that circle up and out of the way. We can then go in here and get lost where our thing is. There we go. Right click, close group, and erase our guides. And then now we have our little pocket lights in our shed. Let's bring back the foundation and the plot. I'm going to hide the roof. We can also go in here and and we can go back into the 3D warehouse and search for outlet. At the very bottom, or at least very bottom for me, I just want to find a basic outlet. Click on it, bring it into our project. Just click somewhere in order to get it set. Then click on the center. And we want to bring that over here to our wall. Put it on the wall first, then you can use your keyboard in order to get it actually sitting on the outside of the wall and our texture. Now, once it's actually placed on the wall, we can go in here and move it where we want to. So I kind of want to move it over and down to around that area. We can come in here and actually bring back our cabinets. So that's where I want to do one. Go ahead and hit Control with the Move tool. Go ahead and move it over here to the right. I'm going to select. I'm going to hover over the top of it with the Move tool, rotate it around. Get that, so there we go. Make sure that it is flush against the wall and put it in this kind of general area. At this point, this is kind of ends our project. So I'm gonna go ahead and save this right here. I'm gonna close up the 3D warehouse. And we'll have our tags up. Go in here, and after you save your project, go and take 2 screenshots. One of this position showing the outlet and the lights. Also show this side as well, showing both our new closet door, your tiles and textures and everything like that. Make sure you do both sides, and make sure you put in all the shaker style cabinets for the doorways. Thank you for watching this tutorial series. This concludes this tutorial and this series of episodes. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more episodes and everything on our channel.